Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day. And this one is going out to Lance Elliott, who is very happy he found this channel. We're very happy that you found us too. This rundown is dedicated to you. Bigger is not always better when it comes to electronics. One of the principal designers behind the original Xbox has shed new light on the console's much maligned first controller. Known colloquially as the Duke, the controller was way too big and barely fit in a normal-sized hand, making it almost impossible to press certain buttons. Writing on Twitter yesterday, Seamus Blackley, one of the 4 Microsoft engineers who helped create the original Xbox, admits that the controller was embarrassingly enormous and Microsoft ignored focus tests. He says the guy in charge of the controller picked a vendor that couldn't make the electronics small, so they made the design huge to fit around it. So that's why it was so big. Microsoft eventually dumped the Duke in favor of the smaller Xbox Controller S, which was first released in Japan in 2002 and set a precedent for putting an S at the end of slimmed-down Xbox products. What do you think? Were you a fan of the Duke, or does it deserve the criticism it received? Give us your thoughts in the comments below. Google is taking phones and virtual reality into their own hands with some new gadgets. The tech giant held a big keynote event earlier today where they announced their new smartphone and a slew of other devices. The new phone is called the Pixel and is meant to replace their Nexus line. And while the Nexus phones were made by Google and other partners, the Pixel is designed entirely by Google, both inside and out. The coolest thing about the Pixel phone is that it's made with virtual reality in mind. It will run VR games and apps thanks to Daydream VR, a new Android-based VR software platform that Google first announced earlier this year. You'll also need a physical headset, so Google has announced the Daydream View, their first non-cardboard VR display. It's kind of like the Samsung Gear VR, and it's basically an empty shell that the phones will slip into. The thing that sets it apart is that the Daydream View headset will eventually work with multiple smartphones, not just the Pixel, and the Daydream VR software platform will also be compatible with multiple devices. Keeping everything open like this is how the Android platform won over such a big portion of the smartphone market, so doing the same thing with virtual reality could make Google the new VR king. The Pixel will be the first phone to work with the Daydream View, and they both hit stores next month. Halloween is almost here, so if you want something to get you into a spooky mood, you can start playing Outlast 2 right now. A playable demo for the new survival horror game has begun rolling out worldwide on the PC, PS4, and Xbox One. At the time we're filming this, it hasn't hit Canada yet, but is expected to be available everywhere in the next few hours. Developed by Montreal-based studio Red Barrels, Outlast 2 is a sequel to the terrifying 2013 game. Like the original, players will use the light from a video camera to navigate through the world and avoid being captured or killed. And the thing that makes it really terrifying is that you have almost no way to defend yourself, so you'll need to hide from enemies instead of fighting them. You better download the demo while you can because it won't be available after Halloween, with the developers planning to take it down on November 1st. The full version of Outlast 2 will launch in 2017. If you've already finished binge-watching Luke Cage, here's when you'll get to plow through the next Marvel and Netflix series. Iron Fist, the 4th collaboration between Marvel and the streaming giant, is set to debut on Friday, March 17th, 2017. As always, all 13 episodes will be available to stream at once, so you can spend the entire weekend watching the show with a pair of sweatpants on and a bucket of ice cream, which is what some members of the EP staff might have been doing a few days ago with Luke Cage.
I'm guessing that's you.
Iron Fist will star Game of Thrones actor Finn Jones as a martial arts expert with superhuman powers, and because the show will take place in the streets of New York, expect familiar characters from Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage to pop up. All 4 heroes will join forces in a crossover series called The Defenders, which will arrive in late 2017. Marvel and Netflix are also working on new seasons of Daredevil and Jessica Jones, along with another series focusing on the Punisher. It's a great time to be a superhero fan. And over on cable television, a lot of people want to visit Westworld. Sunday night's premiere of the new sci-fi Western series was HBO's biggest premiere in 3 years, with 3.3 million total viewers across the network and its various online platforms. Westworld is based on the 1973 Michael Crichton film set in a futuristic theme park filled with androids pretending to be Old West cowboys. With HBO's flagship series Game of Thrones coming to an end in 2018, you can bet the network is happy that new shows like Westworld are popular enough to fill the gap. New episodes will continue airing every Sunday.
It's not a theme park, but an entire world.
And before we go, a brief public service announcement about 2 of the games that we love. First up, Rocket League's new Aquadome DLC has surfaced on all platforms. It gives players a new arena located in a dome at the bottom of the ocean, and there are 2 new aquatic-themed cars as well. Both cars will cost some money, but the arena will be free for anyone who already owns the game. Next up, Grand Theft Auto Online's free Bikers expansion is also out now, giving players the ability to form their own criminal biker gangs. New bikes, choppers, weapons, and gear are included in the update, along with new biker-appropriate missions. You'll also be able to create your own clubhouse for your gang and then customize it if you really want to go all out. Grand Theft Auto 5 has been out for more than 3 years now, and Rockstar Games hasn't given any indication that they're planning to slow down with new updates anytime soon. And that does it for us today. Thanks for watching, everybody. The Rundown will be back tomorrow. Hey, thanks for checking out that video on our EPN channel. It's just one small part of the things that we make around here. So if you liked it, don't forget to check out some of our other vids and hit that subscribe button.